Open Day was very important at Stardom schools. For management, it was an opportunity to update parents on academic activities. Before each edition, a staff meeting was held. No reminders needed. Teachers and non-academic staff knew it was a day to look their absolute best. Stardom encouraged, and sometimes compelled, presentability. Some teachers had even been fired for violating the dress code. At the end of every academic session, the best-dressed teacher received an award. Open Day was hopeful. It reminded teachers that rewards did not have to wait until heaven. Some parents came bearing gifts, cash, food items, beverages. The Gabai family stood out. Smart Gabai's mother, Mrs. Nike, often gifted cartons of drinks from her husband's company. But Open Day was also dreaded, because along with gifts came complaints, sometimes trailer loads of bottled anger. Any teacher who had offended a student, intentionally or not, might face public confrontation. Mr. Beppo remembered one such episode. Mrs. Ibidun Gloss, the managing director, summoned him urgently. In her office sat Mr. Gota, a parent. The atmosphere was stiff. "Where is Fafor, the one who calls himself an English teacher?" the MD demanded. Beppo sensed trouble. "Find him. Tell him to hand over everything and disappear from the premises. Draft his sack letter within 30 minutes. The order was final. Beppo hated issuing sack letters. Management rarely dismissed staff directly. It flowed through his office. He always felt the weight of such decisions, especially when he believed the offense was not grave. He understood joblessness, because he had once lived it. Years earlier, unemployed and desperate, Beppo had eaten the electricity tariff collected from tenants in his crowded Ayana Ipaja compound. 2,500 naira. He lied that he had remitted it. But as the Hausa say, kulum ta barawo, ranadaya ta maikaya. Every day is for the thief. One day is for the owner. NEPA officials came and disconnected the light. The tenants exploded. Iya Matthew, fierce and furious, grabbed a bowl of cassava flour. Alubo jumped and emptied it on Beppo's head. He turned white. Then she sang, "Oga tisa ole, ona owo ina." Mr. Teacher is a thief. He has spent the electricity money. The memory still stung. Back in the present, Beppo went to find Fafore. The English teacher was in SSS2 teaching. Interrupting a lesson was something Beppo detested, but he had no choice. Fafore followed him to the office, confused. Had he flogged anyone? No. Argued with a parent? No. Arrived late? Never. Fafore was known for punctuality. Though he lived far away, in Ifo, Ogun State, he woke at 4 a.m., left home by 4:30, and reached school by 6. He even snoozed at his desk before colleagues arrived. His salary, after 22 years, remained modest. He could not afford Lekki rents. He had built an unplastered 2-bedroom house on half a plot. No bath, no toilet. But he was proud. He was no longer a tenant. And now, he was about to lose everything. When Beppo told him the MD said he had to go, Fafor collapsed into a chair. His wife was heavily pregnant. His children's school fees unpaid. The news spread through the staff room at lightning speed. Teachers gathered, angry, afraid. Job security felt like wind, here today, gone tomorrow. Soon, all staff were summoned to the MD's office. Mrs. Gloss, visibly enraged and slightly uncomfortable from sitting too long, began her declaration. "This school will no longer tolerate incompetence," she thundered. She held up 5 notebooks. "A parent found this in a note given to students," she said. She read aloud. "Odd, as well as Jide, comes early." Her voice sharpened. "What kind of English teacher writes comes instead of come?" She ruled Fafore had no place in Stardom. The principal chuckled. "Is this the reason we are sacking the man, ma'am?" The room froze. Beppo calmly explained. There was no error. When "and" is used, the verb becomes plural, come. But when "as well as," together with, or alongside is used, the verb agrees with the first subject. aid as well as jide comes is correct standard English. Phones came out. Search engines confirmed it. Silence fell. The MD had publicly condemned a man for being correct. Embarrassment filled the air. Then Audu rose dramatically. "I just want to say that Mr. Fafore," he began solemnly, "as well as the principal, is correct." Pause. "And the MD, Mistress Ibidun Gloss, is hereby pardoned, discharged, and acquitted." The room exploded with laughter. Tension dissolved. The MD, half amused, half exasperated, threatened Audu playfully. Order was restored. Fafore was vindicated. And Stardom schools learned that even authority must sometimes bow to grammar.